Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter, Instagram. It's youtube.com/Pat Gray. I do believe. Just off the top of my head there. Obviously. This is not off the top of my head. This is off our bingo sheet, which is pinned to the top of the patgray.com or the Pat Unleashed Twitter page. And when you get a bingo, could be across, could be down, could be diagonal. You just one of these 5 in a row prominent things that are said on a regular basis on this show. Or sometimes they're just something that came up fairly recently. That we're making a big deal out of as well. But when you get your bingo, you call 888-900-3393 to claim your prizes. $30 worth of merchandise from PatGrayShop.com and a dozen Kexi cookies from Kexi.com. So it starts in the upper left-hand corner with Kris saying,
I know a guy.
Then Keith.
That's comedy gold.
I will not abide it. We've got Barack Obama.
I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. I'm going to teach them, first of all, about values and morals.
Sure.
But if they make a mistake,
no consequences, right?
I don't want them punished with a baby.
No, right. Yeah, I don't want them punished with a baby. So that's the relevant portion there. Jeffy saying, have a nice day. Then we got a rock, a river, a tree,
a river, a tree, hosts to species long since departed, marked the mastodon, the dinosaur
poop,
who left dry tokens of their sojourn here on our planet floor.
There's nothing more beautiful than dinosaur poop to write poems about.
What inspiration must you have sitting around writing a poem going, I got to work in dinosaur poop somehow.
But I need to start it with something really innocuous like a rock,
a river, a tree.
Yeah, something like that. Then John Kerry's.
We shouted out across that chasm. Israel lives.
Let's not be that first frog.
Let's not be that first frog.
Mentioning something happening since the time of Xerxes. Dr. Joe Biden gets mentioned by me. Jeffy says, business.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
That's bizarre. Holy cow. Then when the announcer says, Pat Gray is here, I occasionally throw in, I am. Media buzzword montage like this one. No? Yes?
Like
we don't have the weird one?
Something like the weirdo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had that. I thought that's what you were saying, Kris, before the No? That's not what you were saying.
Yes, we have it. We'll be playing it for the bingo square, yes.
Yeah, well,
go
this is
for it,
where
Joe.
you would then go ahead and play it.
Joe?
Hello?
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are. As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance. Super weird idea.
Okay, so that gives you the idea of what happens. It's just them saying the same thing over and over and over. Keith with,
bruh.
And this time, he's pissed. Usually preceded by, he's back or they're back, whatever. And this time, we lost him. Then this weird thing.
Inshallah.
John Cornyn. What is
so weird? Is that the only clip we've ever played from John Cornyn? Maybe in the history of this show.
Inshallah.
He used to be worth playing in the early 2000s, but it's been a while. Then I say, have you met you? There are only
2 genders.
Okay. Keith with
Hamas holes.
From the Big Frog,
Rivet,
1099.
Rivet. That was the weakest rivet ever. Rivet.
Do it again, Kris.
Rivet.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's not the right one.
It's
but
like the frog on helium.
It was labeled on my computer as ribbit, just like the square.
All right.
So I went with it.
I guess that qualifies.
It does say ribbit.
It sure does. He got us there.
Me noticing that you probably won't get this content anywhere else.
Like the ribbit.
Mm-hmm. Jeffy mentions paddleboarding with Obama. Usually a reference to Barack Obama beating his chef over the head in a pond, and thus he drowned.
With cement shoes.
Yeah, with cement over shoes on, and that's great. Kris correcting Spanish pronunciation.
Oh, that'll be a treat.
Yeah. So that's our bingo sheet this week. Listen for those things to occur and win fabulous prizes. So, Kris, where were you last week?
I went to Utopia, Texas.
Oh, where's that?
Utopia, Texas.
It's about 30 minutes from Uvalde.
Is it a camp or?
Yeah, it's a camp.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had to take my son back to Georgia, Savannah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How long's it been with you?
2 months.
2 months.
The full June, July.
Oh, that's good.
I know.
Yeah, school's about to start.
Yeah, they start today.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Today it starts?
Today, yeah.
In your area?
No, in Georgia.
Oh, in Georgia.
But my area is the 18.
Okay. My area is the 13th in one of the towns and 14th in the other. When does Hazlitt go back or wherever? Or
yeah, where's your buddy go?
I think
Fort Worth.
Yeah,
when does Fort Worth happen?
I think it's 18.
Yeah,
because I'm in Hazlitt, so
it's way too stinking early. Whatever it is, way too early. But
what is nice. What is the typical? Is in August the typical time?
I talk about this all the time. We always started after Labor Day, like the Tuesday after Labor Day, and then we ended Memorial Day.
I got to be honest, I have no idea when school starts in my area.
Really?
Because we homeschool.
I was going to say.
So you don't even pay attention.
Let's see. Wednesday, August 14th.
14th.
Apparently.
That seems to be a popular day around here.
Yeah.
So in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, everybody's back, I think, by about the 14th or 15th.
But remember, Metro Atlanta, we had people contacting us saying August 1st.
Yeah. August 1st!
Get out of my face.
Because that's when I flew to Georgia, and the Uber driver was telling me, my son is back in school today.
No, thank you.
What?
No, thank you. That's just ridiculous.
That is.
That's too long. The Asians are all saying, what? You go 365 days a year and then tell me.
Awesome.
I'll never forget one of my sons played with a Japanese kid, really good kid, and the family was here from Japan for just a short while. In fact, they were awesome people he had a great job, wanted to stay here, loved America, and he couldn't. We wouldn't let him. So they had to boot him out because his visa expired. But anyway, their Asian school or whatever happened down in Houston every weekend. So when we're playing a game on Saturday, he's not there because he's in Asian school.
No. Oh, wow.
I mean, they just don't stop. They don't stop.
Well, I have a German student staying with me, and her school starts at the end of August.
Yeah.
And when she goes back, she'll have 3 months of vacation because we're so delayed back. So she's going to love going back home. She'll be like, I'll be out of school for 3 months.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool. Anybody following the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
No?
I get the notifications on my phone and I go, huh.
Of course, you've never been a big Olympic
That's not
watcher,
true.
have you?
That is not
you
true.
have been before?
I was looking forward to these. Now I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
The debauchery games.
I decided, though, I'm not going to punish my athletes, our athletes, for what France did.
Oh, yeah.
Scumbags.
I would not, for a moment, begrudge anyone for watching this.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Did your boy win?
Which boy?
The men's basketball dude?
No, he did. No, Jimmer
he got
Fredette.
hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
I saw that.
No.
Got hurt in the second game they played.
And I saw some chick rubbing up his inner thigh on the sideline.
I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He got hurt, and then
was it his wife? Hopefully,
I don't think.
So he got the French special.
Yeah, he got hurt. I don't know. He's out for. He said it was going to be 3 to 4 month recovery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were rubbing on his groin. It didn't look like it was going to be fun.
No, it's not good. And so he was out. and they wound up 2-5 and didn't make the medal round. Sucks. They were one of the favorites for the gold.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and they didn't even make it to the medal round.
Oh gosh, yeah, tore ligaments.
Yeah,
for 6 months.
That sucks. So Jimmer Fredette, we were expecting Jimmer Mania to return to Paris, and
So we lost him?
didn't. You lost him for a while, yeah. Yeah. So he's 34, I think. I doubt he returns at 38.
I was going to say, is that old?
Yeah, it's
for
basketball. Kind of, yeah. Yep. But the Olympic basketball team,
the
5-on-5 guys, doing pretty well, right? They haven't lost yet.
Okay.
I think the women are unbeaten, right? And then yesterday, I don't know if it was last night, French time. I don't know. I'm so confused by the schedule now because Paris is 7 hours, 6 hours, seven ahead of us.
Yeah.
And so some things happen live, like at a really weird time for us, 11 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if they're going to rebroadcast it again or not, but we had to watch the gymnastics competition on replay, and it was with the world announcers. Good gosh, you talk about boredom.
It was in English too?
It was in English. Yeah, they were British. And awful.
Oh no.
Awful. Like it made it just unpleasant.
So you just watch it in mute?
Watch. Yeah, you watch it on mute or wait until next Olympics when I can listen to the American announcers. But really, it's kind of thrown me. But anyway, last night or yesterday, Noah Lyles became the first American in 20 years. First American since 2004 to win the gold in the 100-yard or 100-meter dash. So nobody knows how long that actually
running?
Is. He might be still
She's
running.
still running, yeah.
Yeah, it might still be running. It might be 100 miles. It might be 100 inches. No one knows. There's no way to tell.
I forgot who it was, but I saw something came across my phone where during, I think it was qualifying last night or something. It might have been this guy. I don't know. He slowed down to just stare at his opponent as if, look at me, I just beat you, sucker.
And the guy passed
him.
Oopsie daisies.
I guess since it was like a qualifying thing, it really didn't matter. But it was the stupidest thing.
It might have been him. I didn't see the semifinals, but he didn't win the semifinal heat. But he did win the race in the finals. We also took the bronze in that, so we got gold and bronze. Really close race. I mean, everybody was there at the finish line together. Amazing. They had to do a photo finish, so for about a minute or a minute and a half, they didn't even know who won.
That sounds like that race there that I'm referring to. But I will say
amazing.
that thankfully South Sudan, who gave Team USA such trouble,
all they could handle,
in the exhibition or whatever, they got eliminated by Serbia, and now they're headed home. And I don't know the ins and outs of this, but apparently they were saying that the refs fixed the game or something.
With Serbia?
Yeah, but it was an 11-point loss. It wasn't like USA versus Russia 1972 or 6
which was
or whatever.
So obvious.
That was
I watched that game as a zygote. I was I was
okay. Did you get? Hold on. You got TV in the womb?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
What?
That's weird.
What kind of streaming service is that?
My mom had a really big belly button, and it was.
Did you hang the antenna out the front there? Okay, move on.
Yeah. So
that was rough.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was. So I don't guess it was like that if it was an 11-point differential, but thankfully that behemoth South Sudan is out of Team USA's way.
Oh, phew. Because as we've mentioned in the past, when the USA and South Sudan get together on the basketball court, you can throw out all the records.
All of them.
All of them. Even though we beat them by about 20 last time we played them in the actual
when
Olympics,
it mattered. Right.
When it mattered. But the medal count right now, if you want to know, if you don't want to know, turn it down for just a second. Okay, China is in the lead with gold right now, but we caught them yesterday. They went up, I don't know, somewhere today. They took a gold, so it's 20-19 in gold, but 72-47. We have a 25 medal cushion over them in overall medals.
So they suck.
It's not even close. We're crushing them. country of 5 times the population we have.
Oh, yeah.
And France continues to do really well. They're third in gold and overall medal count. They've got 12 gold, 44 total. So the home team, as usual, having a really, really great games. And it continues this week. Track and field kicks into gear. I was really surprised they started with the 100-meter dash because that's really the highlight of the whole thing. And
they got to swim in the poop infected water.
The open swim.
Yeah,
I saw a headline that said one team is ill.
Is ill,
and another team had to be switched out
already.
Oh,
and
do they think it was from the water?
That's what the headline said. It said it made reference to that dirty river, and then I just swiped it away. So I don't know if
wow.
I believe the headline that I saw was the first time since the 1900s that people have swam on that river. Or what do you want to call it?
Really?
And it was like $1.5 billion to just clean it up.
Wow. Yeah, for some reason they use the Seine as like a
open sewer.
Yeah, like a sewer.
Like a sewer.
I mean, are you a first world nation? What is going on
Not
there?
anymore, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's gross.
I think we learned a while ago that maybe that's not the way to go with your freshwater source.
Remember the mayor jumped in there before the
Sure
Olympics,
did.
right? How's she doing? Do we know the status of her?
She's dead.
We lost her.
We lost her. Yeah, we lost her.
Oh, no.
We lost him. We lost her. They're gone. They're gone.
Wow.
But anyway, the whole point of this was, Chris, welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Because he's back. And this time, he's pissed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's only Monday.
I don't know why, but he's an angry man.
Because I'm back.
Because he's back.
Because that alarm clock went off this morning.
Sure did.
Oh.
Yeah, I woke up before mine, which I do almost
that.
every day now. I like it because I hate the alarm. I don't like it when it goes off. So
Yeah, but what if
it
you still
angers
have,
me.
What if you still have like one more minute? And you're like, that could have been
perfect.
1 minute.
No, that's perfect because then you wake up on your own.
Yeah, and you can turn it off before it goes off.
Amount
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if I have 2 hours, if I wake up an hour before, I'm like, I might as well get up because it's going to feel like I haven't slept at all. If I sleep for an hour and then get that stinking alarm going off in my head. So, I rarely do it, though. You think
don't get up?
I should get up right now, and then an hour later, the alarm goes off. All right, what if I told you that you could win a Jeep Gladiator plus $30,000 in cash, and all you needed to do was enter? All you have to do is buy something to enter that you already need, and it'll make every day more comfortable. So our friends at Undertack, makers of the world's most comfortable men's boxers, socks, and shirts, partnered with Shared Sweeps to give you a chance at winning a fully loaded Jeep Gladiator plus $30,000 in cash. All you have to do is go to undertack.com, and for every dollar you spend using the code PATWIN, P-A-T-W-I-N, one word, you get one entry plus 10% off. So the more you fill your drawers with Undertack boxers made with modal, which dominates cotton, their battle weave wool socks, dangerously comfortable EDC shirts, or anything else on the site, you increase your chances of winning. Really easy. This goes for the ladies too, because now they offer women's underwear, shorts. Go to undertack.com. That's spelled UNDERTAC. Undertack.com. Every dollar earns you one entry plus 10% off when you use the offer code PATWIN, one word, no spaces. See the site for details. It's undertack.com.
That gray is unleashed.
We got another clip we didn't play from Friday when Joe and Kamala greeted the American prisoners.
Yeah.
These are the prisoners who came back from Russia, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so they've already been greeted, and everything's done. They've departed. Most of the press is just kind of packing up.
Oh, look at him wandering around.
And what is happening?
He doesn't even know what planet he's on.
There's nobody on that plane. They've all deborted and gone home with their loved ones. What are you doing, old man? Kamala's looking around for help.
Holy cow. They don't want to embarrass him, but they're trying to figure out, okay, what should we do here? Because
Secret Service is walking around. They're in the earpieces like, I have no idea. What are we doing? He's just in there. Nobody knows. Is he?
He was supposed to do that. He was supposed to.
Oh, you know what he's doing
here today?
The seat backs up properly.
Yeah, right.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody left their tray table down.
Look at Kamala. She's like, can somebody go and drag him, please? I mean, he's technically not president anymore, so he has spare time to, just make sure the seat back cushions are in place.
Look at him stand there. Just wait for him.
I love how the left is spinning it as he was thanking the crew for flying them home.
Sure he was.
Oh, okay.
Get
out if you're thanking the crew.
This is the most awkward 2 minutes and 28 seconds. It's just, look at this Secret Service guy's like, hey, should I go up in there? What do we do?
Nope, you're going to make him look like he doesn't know what he's doing if you go up there and get him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, we don't want to do that because we know nothing's wrong with him, right? We know he's sharp as a tack.
How long does it take him to thank the crew?
What is it?
A while.
It's a big crew. You got the back air stewards. You got the middle one. You got the front one.
And
you got
he's
the two
such
pilots.
a good conversationalist.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's telling
him about Bull right now.
Yeah, and Xi Jinping. And something about a Tibetan plateau.
You know how many miles I've traveled on a train?
There we go.
This plane is nothing. I've gone 2 million miles on a train.
He stands there. Oh my word!
Okay.
You think he went to the bathroom? I bet he had to go to the bathroom. I bet he had a poopy pants.
That could be.
He had the poopy pants going. He's like, I know where a bathroom is.
Wow.
Oh my word!
That's our president, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Isn't that fun?
Now somebody theorized that he thought, he just kind of snapped into place there and thought, oh, I see a stairwell going up a plane. I guess I'm supposed to climb up it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it past that theory.
No, I wouldn't either.
Status of his brain.
Meanwhile, GOP vice presidential hopeful J.D. Vance is making the rounds, but he's weird, right? He's so weird, this guy. He's pushing back on the left's characterization that he's weird.
It's funny. It's like the people who call me weird want to give like hormone therapies and sterilize 9-year-olds. Like I think it's a lot weirder than me just like living a normal life with my kids and my wife. But this is what they do. I think is they latch onto a message and they try to sell it even if it's fake. And I think again, to go back to something Trump said, where we were talking about Trump earlier, is Trump's superpower in politics is he just doesn't give a right? He doesn't care what they say about him. He's going to be himself. He's going to tell jokes. He's going to say things that drive some people off a wall. But then when you actually listen to what he said, he's like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that if you're going to be in politics in the social media age, you've got to kind of have a thick skin and just do what you need to do.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
Weird. Just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are. As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance. Super weird idea from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird. Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate, they're weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird. These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird.
And
it's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh?
Right? What a point.
That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
J.D. Vance, plain weird.
No, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird.
Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird.
in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
It's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, J.D. Vance.
He's a weird guy.
J.D. Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance to the American public.
Weird is the word here. Sure is. Yeah, that memo got out to everybody, and they took it to heart. So good for them.
Yeah, and
good.
To J.D. Vance's point on the clip before that montage, yeah, you're the party that wants to change the sex of children.
Mm-hmm.
Who's weird?
Mm-hmm. If they allow the child to live in the first place.
That's okay. Yeah.
You look weird. Your nanny looks weird. You guys are both weird.
I like that. I love that.
Vance was also asked about Kamala's race late last week.
The former president's comments yesterday to the National Association of Black Journalists, where he said that Vice President Harris is, quote, all of a sudden black. As a father of 3 biracial children, did those comments give you pause at all?
They don't give me pause at all. Look, all he said is that Kamala Harris is a chameleon. She goes to Georgia 2 days ago. She was raised in Canada. She puts on a fake Southern accent. She is everything to everybody, and she pretends to be somebody different depending on which audience she's in front of. I think it's totally reasonable for the president to call that out, and that's all he did. I mean, look, she's running as a tough-on-crime prosecutor, even though she implemented open border policies. She's saying that she wants to support the police, yet she wanted to defund the police just 3 years ago. It's totally reasonable to call out the fact that she pretends to be somebody different depending on the audience she's talking to.
Yep. I mean, it's a presidential race. You can't mention personal things about her since when? I mean, you ever heard what they do with Donald Trump and his family? God, I mean, it's incredible. But there should be no question what race Kamala is, because she went to a record store over the weekend.
I am so pathetic.
And she bought albums by black artists.
So, okay, so I don't know, do you know music?
Okay.
First of all, Charlie Mingus.
Charlie Mingus, yeah, one of the greatest jazz.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh, me too.
Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves Sunshine.
Roy Ayers, who doesn't love Roy Ayers?
It's a classic. Right?
Oh, you got Porgy and Bess, sure. Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong.
There you go.
And I ask myself, what a wonderful
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
Excuse me, you interrupted Louis.
Wonderful. So, yeah.
So did you start the record in there, Chris? Is that what happened? The
Louis Armstrong record?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's the remix.
So you anticipated that. That was good. All right. Because I didn't know she was going to buy Louis Armstrong. So,
I mean, pander to me more, please.
I know. So ridiculous.
I cannot with this crap.
So ridiculous. But that means she's black. You didn't see any Indian artists in there, did you?
Oh.
Did you? Not a single one.
Or Canadian?
Or Canadian that I know of. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a fun... how long till... well, let's see. Early voting starts September 20th. How far out are we from November 5th? Somebody that knows how to do math, do that for me.
Yeah, somebody will.
90-something. Right? My gosh. See, that's the thing. I just want her and Joe in our rearview mirror ASAP.
So badly.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't even consider the future with her.
Well, it's a little scary right now because she seems to have this momentum. You would expect that, but still, now that it's happening, it's scaring me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Tweets here. B.S. Mariani tweets, no matter how terrible the news of the day is, it makes me feel all warm inside when I see Pat and Keith color coordinating their outfits for the show. Thanks for making the apocalypse fun.
I noticed that,
and
too.
You're welcome. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah. Well, I mean, we called each other at 2:30 this morning. What are you going to wear? I'm wearing blue. What are you wearing?
I would rather you call me at 2:30 in the morning asking me what am I going to wear as opposed to what I'm wearing.
Oh, okay. So right. Yes. Just so we coordinate and it's not a...
Yeah.
You don't...
Nothing
okay.
weird.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's fun.
Right. Liberty 2A. When I was a kid, we always started school the Wednesday before the Labor Day. So the school year started with 3, 4, then a 5-day week. Need that build-up. Flensburg B. Danish school starts last week of August.
Okay.
But we have the harvest vacation soon after in October. A week off for the kids. That's wonderful.
Instead of a spring break, it's a fall break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Utah used to do that too. They had I don't remember how many days it was, but for hunting season, they'd take some time off. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That was a while ago, though. Kamala's cloud. Oh, we're about to hear about Kamala's cloud pretty soon here. The Olympic Committee evaluating the Seine. There was doo-doo and feces all over the water.
Good stuff.
There was doo-doo and feces thrown all over the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so bad.
Thank you, Michael. Right-wing conspiracist tweets, the vegetable-in-chief was waiting to tell someone about how... about the time when he was an airline pilot.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing in the plane. I used to be a pilot too. That was right after I was a lumberjack, and then I
was a truck driver.
That's
right.
And of course, I worked for Boise Cascade for a while when I was in Idaho. And then...
saw a couple dudes making out at one point.
Right.
That was
right.
kind of
And
cool.
my dad said, it's love, Joey.
It's love?
Joey, baby. And then I decided I liked men for a while. And then...
What?
And then I went to women. And then I went back to men for a short time. And then back to women.
And he considers that every time he touches one of them biceps.
Yeah, right. I mean, you see it. How lovingly... he feels up men's biceps. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. CNN sat down with black voters to see where they stand right now on voting for Kamala Harris this November because everything's changed. They can vote for a black person now. So, are you gonna do your duty?
Is Kamala gonna make you a little more likely or less likely to vote Democrat?
Well, hold on, first, Ray, hold on, Ray. Is Kamala black? Yes or no?
I'm going to let her speak on that. But to me, no.
Oh. Is Kamala black? Yes or no?
I share that same view.
Wow. Kamala black? Yes or no?
I heard she was. I heard she's half black and half Asian.
Yes.
When I played that audio on my SiriusXM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some described them as low-information voters, no different than you find among whites.
Like you, Michael Schmerkanish. But keep in mind, another Republican, another conservative. He's just so conservative. Conservatism sort of oozes out his ears while he speaks.
Is that what
Have you
that
noticed
was?
that? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
what is it? So CNN now, MSNBC last week, they just keep finding just the handful of blacks in America that aren't going to vote or questioning voting for Kamala Harris. Huh.
That's how in the bag for the Republican Party they are, Keith.
Yeah.
It says it all right there.
I mean, how pathetic. I mean, they get this clip that's awesome, and then Smirkanish has to jump in there and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
If you're black, don't listen to those guys.
Other black people told me that those are the exceptions, not the rule. Okay? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, Vice President Kamala Harris is she the vice president, though? Is she? Or is she now the de facto president?
Yep.
Anyway, a jobs report came out last week, and it wasn't good for this administration.
No.
And, they've only been in office 3.5 years now.
Give them some time.
Give them time to work this out. It's Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump, here was her comment from her spokesman. Donald Trump failed Americans as president, costing our economy millions of jobs and bringing us to the brink of recession. Now he's promising even more damage with a Project 2025 agenda.
Oh, right.
Which he's not even promoting.
He's going out of his way to rip on it, and it's not what it's being painted as.
No, it's not.
So stop it, both of you.
But that Project 2025 agenda will decimate the middle class and increase taxes on working families. Really? Are you serious? While ripping away health care, raising prescription drug costs, and cutting Social Security and Medicare, all while making his billionaire donors rich. We've made significant progress, but Vice President Harris knows there's more work to do to lower costs for families. Once again, these evil scumbags are trying to have it both ways. They've been taking credit for creating 15 million jobs during their reign of terror. What happened to that? You created 15 million jobs. Then somehow, when the job market reflects all the damage they've actually done to the economy, then they turn around and try to blame Trump, who hasn't been in office, by the way, for almost 4 years now. And now they're blaming Trump for how bad things are. Wait, how did he get in there? Is he telling you what to do? How is that even possible? You would try to blame him after taking credit for a great jobs market for 4 years now. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I love this.
Unreal.
This is a headline from the USA Today the other day. Jobs report. Unemployment rise may mean recession, this rule says that they're referring to in here, but likely not this time. This time it's different. But and I got to show you this this graph, Pat. So this right here, this is zero right here, and the green line is the 1.3 million jobs in the last year that have been created for foreign-born people living in this country.
Okay.
At the same time, we've lost 1.2 million jobs of native-born Americans in this country.
Jeez.
So we're just replacing American jobs with foreign labor. It's absolutely pathetic.
Meaning these are not necessarily high-paying jobs either. A lot of them are part-time. A lot of them are garbage pay. I mean...
And they're going to people that shouldn't be here in the first place. We've got a clip. I don't know if you want to play it here, but we've got a clip of a teacher in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is now allowing non-citizens into the classroom to teach her children. And this woman tells this story about how grateful she is for this job that caters to illegals like her. I mean, this is insane.
7 years ago, when I walked up these very steps, I walked with fear. Because I never thought I could pursue a higher education due to my status. I was quiet and never let anyone know I was undocumented.
Illegal.
I was afraid of any repercussions to me or my family.
Because you're here illegally.
I never told any teachers because I knew they wouldn't understand.
Wouldn't they?
Years passed. I graduated high school, but I still left with that same fear of my future. I managed to receive higher education with the endless support of my family. And throughout my 4 years at Kutztown University, I turned my fear into motivation.
Good for you.
With the encouragement of peers and professors.
Did you bother to become legal along the way? I found my voice
to share my story. Because I realized I was not alone in this battle.
No, there's like 40 million of you.
There were people close to me going through the same struggle. Now I stand here on these same steps and can say I'm no longer afraid.
Yeah! Yeah, thanks for breaking our laws.
They say that there's always light at the end of a tunnel. And I think we can all attest to that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we can.
We're all here to celebrate that light, which is non-U.S. citizen individuals being able to receive their certification.
Oh, good. So is she still not a citizen of this country?
That's what she leads us to believe, but she's certified as a teacher, so why do you care if I'm here legally or not? The state of Pennsylvania says I have every right to be in that classroom teaching your young schools full of mush.
Wow. It's incredible.
It sure is. So, again, to that chart that I just referenced, Americans are just being replaced by illegals that are flooding over the border.
And they're proud of it and just continue to spit in our face. Look, we love legal immigrants. I love it when they add their uniqueness to ours and become part of this American stew that we have here. It's great. Bring new energy, new ideas. That's what we're all about. But you got to do it legally.
Yeah.
When you come here illegally and then you blame us because you're so afraid, like we shouldn't be making you fear all this time. That's not our fault.
No.
That's yours.
Yes.
You and your parents who brought you here. That's not on us.
It's and when they're replacing the jobs, it's making a nation where inflation since Biden took over above 25%. Makes that even worse.
And how many times have you heard they're just doing the jobs that no American will do? Is there no American who will be a teacher? That's news to me.
That's news.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize we had any native. We don't have any native-born American teachers.
That's the thing.
Huh?
That's why you got to open up the borders.
Okay.
And you don't have to do it legally. You don't have to go recruit teachers overseas. Just wait for them to flood across.
I'll say it again. Does there need to be reform? Yeah, probably. There should be certain things that we need to take a look at. But that's after we secure the border. Stop the fentanyl from pouring into our country. Stop the terrorists from coming in. The gangbangers. And frankly, anybody. They could be former law-abiding citizens because they're not abiding by our law at any time when they come here illegally. But when you come here for a better life, that's great. Just do it legally. So let's shut off that spigot. Let's fix the leak, which is not a leak so much as a downpour.
I know.
And then we can concentrate on some of these other things, like how many legal immigrants do we allow per year?
2.
Making it easier maybe to get a visa, maybe making it easier for high-tech people to get into the country. Jeez, our friend Jonathan Dunn tried to get into this country from Ireland for how long? Was it 10 years? 12 years?
Yeah, 10 years.
10 years.
And then he just gave up because it kept getting expensive and denied.
And he finally married an American citizen, right? I think there was love, too. I think it was love at first sight for that wacky couple. I think it was a beautiful romance. Don't get me wrong. They didn't get married just to get
it was love at first sight,
his citizenship. But yeah, they loved each other from the second they saw one another, which is beautiful. But it shouldn't be that way. The guy is more pro-American than about 90% of American citizens.
He wanted to help the American story, not leech off of it.
Yep. And we need those kinds of people.
And I remember when he got denied, one of the letters said that, because he tried to say that he's a radio host, podcaster, and writer. And they were like, we don't need those here.
Yeah. No. What we need are more laborers for people's lawns. Yes. That's what we need. And again, here's the thing. And we go about this probably the wrong way, at least as far as the perception of the left, because we talk about it from an illegal standpoint where we don't want illegal immigration. How about what it does to the people who come here illegally? If we would have approached it from that angle in the beginning, we might be further ahead than we are on this argument. Because it's not good for them either. The things they go through trying to get here are unimaginable. The rape, the kidnappings, selling into the sex trade, the cartels run that whole show. They charge them an arm and a leg to get them here. They take advantage of them while they're getting them here. And then once they're here, if you're illegal, you most likely aren't going to ever be able to open a bank account. So the work you do has to be done in cash. And so if the person doing your lawn is asking to do a cash transaction, chances are really good that's an illegal alien. They don't have a bank account. They can't cash a check. So they've got to do things that way and get taken advantage of all the time. When somebody is hip to the fact that, oh, they're here illegally, what if they just decide not to pay you cash? What if I'm not going to pay you? Oh, they can stop doing your lawn, but then you've got all the previous work done for free.
So wait a minute, though. Hold on. When you get paid in cash, does that cut the IRS out of that transaction?
It does.
Huh.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Which some people would call, if you're an American citizen, tax fraud. You know, and you'd be charged with a crime and convicted, and you would go to jail and be separated from your family. But we can't do that to an illegal. Illegals can't be separated from their families. We know that, right? That's just a truism that has developed over the years. Illegal aliens can't be separated from their families. But
just to revisit my question, that they get to keep 100% of their pay?
100%.
I may be here illegally. I may have
start demanding cash from this place.
Crossed. You know what? I'm going to schedule a meeting with Glenn Beck. But seriously, though.
Seriously, how they're open at all times then to being taken advantage of.
Oh yeah, and someone wants to get here, they still have to pay more, or they get into slave to the cartel.
Exactly.
They have to pay more, or they get into slave.
Yeah. They get into slave.
Hold on a second.
I was going to let it go, actually.
No, I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah, Keith won't let it go. Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried to let it go, but...
Yeah, they
you know what?
Slave.
Just let me throw this out there. Just to muck and fudge. I see that there is a Kris correct Spanish pronunciation. I think there needs to be a standing free square.
Yeah.
Chris's
did I do that wrong?
English is
Dang
corrected.
it, I did that wrong. My bad. That's on me. I think you guys corrected me.
You know what? I think we're
that's
coloring
good?
in the square.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm in
there you
a
go.
generous mood
if you're
right
scoring
now.
at home, yes, X marks
Kris
that spot
correct
now.
Spanish pronunciation, even though that's not what just happened.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here.
I am.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
And welcome to it. Thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got this tweet, X, whatever you want to call it, from Tamara B. Of course, the party that doesn't know how to define a woman thinks Vance is weird. Yes. Yes. Fury and energy, calling the right weird is a weird angle to go with for the weirdest people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Anthony Osh, to radical crazy lefties, anything normal is weird. Nancy's vodka-soaked dentures. Sounds like Keith has a theory about some kind of replacement going on at a great scale. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know what's so great about it, but that's what they call it.
Like a replacement theory sort of thing?
Yeah. Sounds like it. For sure. That's what's happening.
Sarah the Band, so you're telling me I have a chance to end my 3-month unemployed dry spell by going to Mexico and jumping our border. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Go to Mexico, turn around, come right back in.
Yeah, you don't need to save all the money you would have spent on a resume and getting that all prepared and just take a trip south and then back north.
From Hoots, Democrats always claim Republicans are going to raise taxes. They claim to be the party for the middle class. Never once have I heard a Democrat actually run on lowering taxes. Yeah. Well, not since JFK. JFK probably would be the last. They want us all to be dependent. And dependence, that's for sure.
Yep.
So be safe in Florida today. We've got that Hurricane Debbie coming your way. What is that? Category 1 right now?
Yeah, Cat 1, main landfall, 125,000 people without power.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. But, hurricanes are always dangerous. So just be careful. Stock market today.
Oh, gosh.
Another thing you should maybe be careful
Don't
of.
look at it. Don't look at it.
Man.
Yeah.
What's hard is when it starts to go down to keep your head and maybe just ride it out.
Write it out. Yes.
Usually, don't look to me for great investment advice.
No,
I'm not your guy.
Yeah, look to Jim Cramer because a week ago he said that Kamala Harris would be a boon for the stock market.
Sure did.
And it's been down 1,000 points since then.
Yes.
Because you always
moron.
do the opposite of what Jim Cramer says. He sucks.
He's the guy making a couple million a year giving advice. So, that's
makes
good.
no sense.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah, and like Friday
was down almost 700 points.
Right. And then the futures, I was checking earlier. I saw they were down 766.
Oh,
today's going to suck, y'all. And crypto is down 25% in the last few days.
Yes.
That has been a bloodbath.
Wow.
And gold is going down as well.
This is scary, scary times.
Gold is going down?
Yeah.
That usually drives gold up.
It should. That's what people were confused this morning.
That's weird. I'm telling you, things just don't make sense right now.
It's almost like this time
everything's
it's
upside down. It almost is like that.
I know that manufacturing is down, unemployment is up.
When the dollar weakens and so does gold, that doesn't make any sense. It's bizarre.
Yep, and I mean the Fed could have cut interest rates when they got together last week, but they did not.
They did not.
So here we are. This is just fun, right?
Fun.
Fun.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
What a healthy country where you can't afford groceries or a house payment.
Right. Yeah. That makes it really fun.
All this stuff going on at the same time.
It would be such a bore if you could afford all that, then you just wouldn't have to worry about things.
Thank you.
You know what? Sign me up for boring.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going boring.
That's weird. You're weird. You're weird.
That's a fact.
That's just weird. He's weird. As we mentioned before, black voters aren't lining up in lockstep for the Democrat nominee, either Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Here's a clip from a sermon by a black preacher that's making the rounds right now.
I love it so much.
I can't vote for a party that is for all kind of sexual perversions. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't vote for a party that's going to accept transgenders going into women's restrooms.
There you go.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Can't do it. I can't do it. I can't
Preach
go
it.
with a party that wants to cut little girls' breasts off to make them boys. I can't go with a party that says you can be a boy today and a girl tomorrow.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I love it. I can't either. Yeah.
I can't support a party that wants to remove God from its party platform.
Right.
You in trouble when the nation forgets God.
Thank you. Exactly right.
I can't follow a party that wants to sexualize our children in school, put drag queens in front of them, reading them little children's stories. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I love this guy.
I can't support a party that wants to take the rights of parents away. In California right now, parents are being arrested because they won't go along with the sexualization of their children. But there are many parents that are compromising. Y'all got to make a decision. It's either God or the devil.
Yep. Yes, sir. Can't put it much plainer than that.
Can't do it.
That is good stuff. Who is he?
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know that we've encountered him before, have we? Like him.
I don't know. There's several World Overcomers churches.
Really,
and
really
I'm trying
good.
to match up the.
He also sounds
pastor.
like a guest speaker as well.
Like a guest speaker?
Yeah, like a guest speaker.
Really? Why? Why does he sound like a guest speaker?
Because that church was empty. And usually when guest speakers are there,
It's empty.
Yeah, they don't show up for the guest speaker. They want the main,
Really?
they want the main entertainment. I'm one of those too.
One's
All
harsh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just seeing this church in Durham, North Carolina, Memphis, Tennessee, and Arlington, Texas. So I'm trying to match up that pastor. Right. You might be right, Chris. I don't know. I can't do it.
Then there was a GOP rally this weekend. Political activist Michaela Montgomery, herself a black woman, had a message for Kamala Harris.
Oh, no.
They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the black community, but all she's done is hurt the black community since she came into the game.
Wait for it.
See, the first step in destroying the black community is to dismantle the black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about black families?
She went there.
She went there. Good for her.
Very effective.
That's great.
And going back to the pastor, that's Apostle Alton Williams.
Okay.
Senior pastor of War Overcomers Outreach
Did you
Ministry.
say apostle?
Apostle.
Or would it be an apostle?
Oh, no.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay. You got him
I
in,
would think you would know that word, being...
I know it in Spanish.
Are you...
Apostole.
You're putting him in Madison, Mississippi?
I'm putting him in Memphis, Tennessee since 1981.
Oh, wow. He's been there a while.
I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
In Newsweek, they claim that here's the headline: Republicans are lining up to endorse Kamala Harris.
All right.
Okay.
Stop it.
Guess who? Guess who those Republicans are that are lining up in a line of two.
Oh,
well,
it's just two?
They name a few others.
Okay, I've got some guesses.
All right, give me one.
Adam Kinzinger.
Yes! First one on the list.
Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney.
And,
bing, bing, bing,
David
bing.
French.
They don't mention French.
Okay, then I should have stopped at two.
But here's what Adam Kinzinger said. There is nothing conservative about Donald Trump. Conservatives believe in the Constitution, not a man's ego. Endorsing American democracy and the future today. By the way, Adam, news, we're not a democracy. And leaving the past in the dust, I'm endorsing Kamala Harris. First of all, Adam, there is nothing conservative about you. But there is certainly nothing conservative about Kamala Harris. Why would you ever endorse Kamala Harris as a conservative? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. This tells you everything you need to know about Adam stinking Kinzinger. Same with Liz Cheney. Then they list a few nobodies that I don't think anybody's ever heard of. And Joe Walsh. Do you remember Joe Walsh from Illinois? Mm-hmm. Joe should go back to the Eagles. Okay? Leave the campaigning to others. Okay? Go back to playing the guitar riff at the end of Hotel California. That's what you should do, Joe. And or maybe go back all the way to the James Gang. I don't care, but leave us alone. Would you please?
James Gang. Wow. It's a deep cut.
Yeah, deep cut on Joe Walsh there. And we often hear Kamala say the line, "We can see what can be, unburdened by what has been." So political commentator James Lindsay was with Charlie Kirk over the weekend. I love this discussion where they talked about that favorite phrase of Kamala.
Vice President Harris will say repeatedly, what is the quote? The quote is that we can see what can be unburdened by what has been. Is that word salad or Marxism? It's Marxism. That is, in fact, not at all word salad. It is a Marxist, as I said on Twitter the other day and got mocked relentlessly by the media for this, I said it's a Marxist incantation, as a matter of fact. It's like a spell. So you can see the possibility of a world that's unburdened from its own history. which is exactly what Mao Zedong did when he launched the campaign of Smash the Four Olds, the four old characteristics of Chinese society. They were going to make a new China that was going to be unburdened by what had been in the past of China. This is what the Soviets, the Bolsheviks, did when they took over power in Russia, is that they were going to make the new Russia. They're going to make the new man, as a matter of fact. People could become unburdened by what has been so that they could see what could possibly be in the terms of a socialist utopia. So, Madam Vice President, when she says that, I assume, given that her father was a Marxist and a professor, I assume she knows what she's saying, and I don't buy her idiot valley speak shtick one bit. I think she's far more smart and far more savvy than conservatives have given her credit for, and she is an outright Marxist. It is very, very clear in her language, and that's what the Democrats want to nominate for president right now, which is kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Well, they've been there for a long time, really.
Yeah.
They've been there, which is why the Communist Party endorsed Barack Obama, endorsed Joe Biden. They didn't need a communist to run. They already had the Democrat, which was perfectly acceptable to them. And that's just fact. That's not a slam on them. That's just who they are and what they do. And apparently Joe Rogan is suing MSNBC right now for $30 million because they posted a clip of him that gave the impression he was praising Kamala Harris. Watch this.
She's going to win. No, she's not. She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. She was a congresswoman for 8 years. Yeah. She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's going to win. No, she's not. She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
So he wasn't even talking about Kamala Harris.
No, he was not.
He was talking about Tulsi Gabbard there. He was wrong about that, too. But he was talking about Tulsi Gabbard, not Kamala Harris.
Man.
Sheesh.
And just the 30 million?
Yeah, just 30.
Okay,
30 million.
I don't know.
What does he make? Like 100 million
I'd get
year,
more than
like
that if I were you.
200 million?
Because, like it or not, Joe Rogan has a lot of influence. And if a lot of people see that clip and think, well, hey, if Joe Rogan's on board with Kamala Harris, maybe I should be too. That's scary if people don't go back and see that, no, he's not talking about
not talking about her. So she's been the Democrat nominee since they waved their magic wand and made her that, which was interesting. Given that they love democracy so much. They love it. They love it. They worship democracy. But since Joe backed her 15 days ago, she's been the one. And she still has not sat down for an interview or answered any questions from reporters. But she was at an event over the weekend where she proved yet again how clueless she is.
Oh, this is epic.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us. Right?
Right.
It's no longer in a physical place.
No. Okay. Well, wait. What?
Holy crap.
So does she literally believe there's a cloud?
Yes.
Where digital information is stored.
Yes. Have you seen the big clouds of information?
I have not.
Crap. You haven't?
I have not.
When was the last time we went in a plane and you said, "Oh my God, that's my password"? Just.
And look, there's my photos right there,
and my social security number.
Wow. How high up do you have to get? Because I've never seen these. I'm missing out.
38,000 feet.
Oh,
at 38,000 feet. That's when you get to see your password.
So how
and
do
your
you? Okay, hold on. I mean, this is. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but when you saw your password, like, did it have your name next to it?
It did. Or it had my username.
Oh my gosh! It'd be one thing if you saw your
Wow.
password and like you were the only one that knew it was your password, and you could kind of like just look
it
away.
Said
But like,
username.
Oh no!
Password
Chris.
in the cloud.
Did you see my stuff up there?
Wow!
I couldn't tell because I don't know your usernames.
Now, when it rains, does all the information pour down on us?
It does pour down on us, but
that's when the clouds are unburdened by what has been. Passwords in the clouds.
Okay.
But don't worry, it goes right back up. The sun comes out and it goes right back up.
Hold on a second. So when I forget my password or I have to reset my password, it's because it's rained?
Because it has
and like
rained.
it gets dislodged.
Yep.
She is so...
What an idiot.
It's scary because she's
frightening.
She's She's dumb and evil.
Uh-huh.
That's a bad combination to have, especially in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Don't care for that.
I don't either.
But careful, there's a cloud up there with all your information just floating around.
Jeez, just waiting to rain down on people.
That's okay. I'm not so worried about acid rain anymore. I'm more concerned about password rain.
Flying passwords and social security numbers.
These are crazy times. And if you like bird flu, there's a whole bunch of new cases of it popping up right now.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I didn't know this.
Yeah. It might be good for you to be prepared for that. There's something you can do to ensure that you and your family, your loved ones, have medication on hand when it's needed. And it's called the Jace case. It's a personalized emergency kit that contains essential antibiotics and medications that treat the most common and deadly bacterial infections. Provides 5 life-saving antibiotics for emergency use. You just fill out a simple form online. Doctor reviews your information. Make sure you're not allergic to anything. And then there's also add-ons that you can put there, too, like Tamiflu, which is going to get harder to get after an outbreak has occurred. So Jace is hosting an exclusive giveaway where you can win a Jace case for life. Yeah, you could win a Jace case every year for the rest of your life. No purchase necessary to enter, so don't miss out. This giveaway only runs until August 31st, so the end of this month. Enter today. Go to jace.com/Pat. And when you buy, enter the promo code PAT at checkout and get a discount on your order. That's promo code PAT at jace.com/Pat.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Oliver Klosoff tweets, "We should all embrace that young lady for being here illegally and getting her college degree. I mean, we all probably paid for her education and her student loans.
That hurts.
We get some credit, don't we?" Nuclear barf, non-legal individual, new protected victim class.
No kidding.
Yeah, they come up with a new name about every week for illegal aliens. Joplin Steve, we need a 10-year moratorium on all immigration. True Grit Newsman, people are taking money out of everywhere, including gold, in a panic because they're afraid. Next week, people will wonder where to put their money because banks are worthless. Then gold will skyrocket. Jimmy Dimples, apropos that pastor leads World Overcomers Church. Seems the whole wide world is fighting him and us.
Yeah.
And from Mikey, now imagine if pastors in majority white churches would preach sermons like that black pastor. Unfortunately, too many of them are too afraid to speak truth.
Yeah.
Sadly, that seems to be the case. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says he agreed to Fox News debate on September 4th. The other one was scheduled for the 10th, right? But that was a Trump-Biden debate.
And Trump is he got a lawsuit against Stephanopoulos?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think that was the reasoning for it. I think he said it's a conflict of interest for him to go over on ABC. I don't know. I got to look that up for more information.
So he says, I have agreed with Fox News to debate Kamala Harris on Wednesday, September 4th. He wrote on Truth Social. In the past, Trump claimed that ABC News debate scheduled for September 10th had been terminated in that Biden will no longer be a participant. Seems reasonable.
Yep.
However, the invitation to the ABC News debate, which Trump and Biden accepted in May, still remains open, and Harris said last week she would attend. Huh.
So she might have a free primetime slot to stand up there and cackle and whatnot.
Yep.
By the way, the lawsuit that Trump filed in Florida federal court earlier this year, arguing that Stephanopoulos and the network defamed him when Stephanopoulos said during a contentious on-air interview with Representative Nancy Mace that a jury found Trump had raped E. Jean Carroll. So it's a defamation lawsuit. I don't know. It's not been dismissed, apparently. So
good.
Yeah.
Trump is running scared according to Kamala.
Oh, jeez.
And trying to back out of the debate he already agreed to and running straight to Fox News to bail him out. He needs to stop playing games and show up to the debate he already committed to on September 10th. Yeah, he committed to somebody else, not you. The vice president will be there one way or the other to take the opportunity to speak to a primetime national audience. We're happy to discuss further debates after the one both campaigns have already agreed to. Mr. Anytime, Anywhere, Any Place should have no problem with that unless he's too scared to show up on the 10th. Of course, they have not accepted the Fox debate and probably won't.
September 4th, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Will there be any debate between these two?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting because I'm a little surprised. She's a little cocky right now. She apparently thinks it's not going to be a problem to debate him. Also, Jimmy Carter says he's trying to make it to 100 so that he can vote for Kamala Harris.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, so that's so he turns 100 on October 1st, and early voting starts in Georgia on October 15th.
He says, I'm trying to make it to vote for Kamala Harris.
Oh, goody.
I would make U.S. history as the only president ever to live to be 100 years old. The Democrat former president has been receiving hospice care for over a year. Yeah, way over.
At what
it's
point
like 15, isn't it?
Right. What point do you stop calling it hospice care and just be like...
I know. He's just receiving care.
Care. I mean, seriously.
Initially, family was told he had a matter of days to live.
And we get all these updates from his grandson. It's almost morbid at this point. It's like...
It's sad.
Just stop giving us updates and let him live his life.
He was diagnosed with cancer that spread to his brain. Jeez. Broke his hip in 2019. This guy can't be killed.
Oh, wow, Pat.
I mean, that's great, though. That's great. He's quite durable. All right, more coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yes, welcome. Thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and elsewhere as well.
There it is.
Threads, of course. Threads, obviously. Nancy Pelosi was on, was this 60 Minutes? Or it was one of the Sunday shows, right?
I think it was Sunday morning.
Morning show?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting things to say that she had. Here's some of them where she's talking about Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm. So he was in a good place to make whatever decision, the top of his game.
Joe Biden.
Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States.
Oh, my God.
You know what comes next?
That he belongs up there on Mount Rushmore. Lincoln and Joe Biden.
But you got Teddy Roosevelt up there, and he's wonderful. I don't say take him down, but you can add Biden.
No. Well, I agree with her wholeheartedly if there's a Mount Rushmore of suck.
Oh, yeah.
A Mount Rushmore memorializing the absolute worst, most vile, evil, America-crushing presidents. Yes, absolutely. Put him in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. Right in the middle. Make him the focal point of that Mount Rushmore. On his right, you might have, Lyndon Johnson, Jimmy Carter. And to the left, you'd have Woodrow Wilson and FDR.
Wait, how many are you getting to put on this mountain?
5. There's 5, with Biden right smack in the middle.
Okay, so you're going
2
Biden,
on the right, 2 on the left.
I'm
going Biden.
Biden, Obama.
No, I'm going Biden, Lyndon Johnson,
LBJ.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
And on the other side, Woodrow Wilson and FDR.
Okay.
Now, if you want to squeeze Obama in there, too,
yeah,
I'm not opposed to that at all.
All right. So, wait. Okay, how many did you put up there?
Well, now I've got 6. But,
1, 2,
but
3,
Obama's
4,
a smaller image.
Okay.
I don't know that we spend 3 years carving him.
I think the rule is
the rule 4?
I
think
heard
the
that
rule is
somewhere.
4.
I can't stick to 4. I can't do it.
Well, I mean, you got to.
There's got to be 6.
I think you take Jimmy Carter off of there if you're whittling it down.
Okay,
but you got to have Joe Biden and LBJ.
Have to.
Woodrow Wilson,
FDR, Obama. So there's got to be at least 5. There has to be.
Back to the 5.
You know what? Hold on. Now I figured out why old man Jimmy wants to live long enough to see Kamala elected, because
so he's for sure kicked off the
really
worst
trying
Mount
to
Rushmore.
Insulate himself.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't want to be on it.
The worst. So who's your best 4 then? Your real. You can only pick 4, Pat. Who's your best president?
George Washington.
George Washington. Okay.
Obviously. Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Oh wow, I'm a big fan of his, but
Ronald Reagan.
Wouldn't put him up there. All right, Reagan. Mm-hmm.
Calvin Coolidge.
All right, so we agree on 3 of the 4, I think. I'd put George Washington up there.
I know you're a Lincoln hater because you're from the South. That's why.
There it is.
There it is.
Someone had to say it.
Somebody had to say it.
Thank you, Pat
And
Gray.
I said it.
And you said it.
And I said it.
It's not why I dislike Abraham Lincoln. It has nothing to do with my heritage. It has everything to do with the man being a lawless tyrant who...
He was not a lawless tyrant.
Okay.
He took some extraordinary actions in extraordinary times.
Were they constitutional?
And he gave it back. But he gave it back, and he fixed the country.
Gave it back.
Which is rare.
Which is rare.
I think we're getting distracted here because I was just going to say Coolidge and Reagan and Washington we agree on.
And
because
then?
I think it's so unique. I've been taking a different look at Washington. I wouldn't have put him on this list until recently. Just the fact of what the presidency became because of him. And God bless the man. I'm putting Grover Cleveland up there instead of Thomas Jefferson, even though Thomas Jefferson is my favorite founding father.
The puppet goes up there?
I mean, just based on the Louisiana Purchase, you got to have Thomas Jefferson there.
Which was unconstitutional.
Yeah, but still.
Hold on. Is that your argument for Lincoln?
I feel like it
is.
But still.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This is unconstitutional.
I'm looking at the results. Okay?
Big picture.
Yes. I'm looking at the results.
So you're okay with having a strong executive?
Well,
if it's for the good of the nation. So
I like this.
There's extraordinary circumstances.
I see how Lincoln got up there.
Look, when you can purchase like half the country for
I agree.
$15 million or $7 million, whatever it was.
It was a great deal.
I mean, come on. You got to do that.
It's almost like Thomas Jefferson was standing in the car dealership and getting the greatest offer of a lifetime on a Lamborghini.
Yes.
Is he calling his wife?
No.
He's like,
I'm
show
gonna
me
do
where
it.
to sign.
I'm
I'll
gonna
deal
do
with
it.
this later. Sure, I'm all about...
Sure, she's going to be pissed, but she'll like it in the long run.
Right. This is against the contract that we signed and we fought and died for. But look, it's a Lamborghini and it's on sale. I couldn't resist
Can't beat the price.
Yeah, the price is
It's
incredible.
not even a manager special. It's just like... Off the manufacturer, right there.
Hey, I'm driving home right now. I
got a chance to double or triple the size of the nation.
There you go.
Right.
For
I got
pennies on the dollar. Should I do it?
I had this sales guy.
You don't need that call. You just do it.
His name is Napoleon. Super cool guy. What did you buy, Keith? No, I got to tell you about this guy, the salesman, Napoleon. Cut me the greatest deal ever.
Montana's part of the deal.
There you
go.
Yeah.
Montana.
I see.
Gotta have it.
Yep.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Got to have the Lamborghini, America.
Gotta have it.
So anyway, like I said, I love Thomas Jefferson as a founding father.
Me
president.
Too. He's a great president.
I love the man.
Totally underrated president. Read the real Thomas Jefferson.
I have.
Have you?
Of course I have.
Read it again.
And I've read the real George Washington and the real Benjamin Franklin.
So good. All of those are great. Highly recommend all of them. They're awesome.
I'm not giving you Lincoln, though.
I know you're not. I'm taking him, though. You don't have to give him to me. I took him.
Okay. Yeah, and he started a war. Anyway.
Started a war?
It's his own people.
Oh, my gosh. Like, that shouldn't have been done? Are you serious?
I didn't say that there shouldn't necessarily be a war, but it was avoidable at the time.
Holy cow.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think it was.
Okay, will you read a book for me?
No.
Okay.
I'm glad we came to that understanding.
And it's the real Abraham Lincoln. And
really?
Thomas DiLorenzo. I highly recommend everyone check that out.
And even though he was gay, Pat, you still
Even though he was
appreciate
gay.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
he slept with a man.
Even if he had been gay, which he wasn't. But yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They slept with men quite often back in the day to keep warm.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it.
Can I just, okay, first of all, I'm freezing to death. But the thing that's cool about Lincoln, even if he was gay, he still doesn't wrestle that title away of first gay president from James Buchanan, who was right before him.
Right.
You can't take that away from James Buchanan.
No.
That man was gay.
Nor do you necessarily want to take it away from him. So he can have it. He can have it.
So speaking of gay presidents and possibly gay presidents, in the next day or two, Kamala Harris is supposed to mention or decide her vice president. Is Pete Buttigieg still in the running for that?
I don't think so.
Because there was a weird tweet that Mark Kelly put out yesterday, and then he deleted, where he says, my job is to fight for Arizonans, and people were like, oh, I guess he's out of the VP running. And then he deleted it, so who knows? But it's either Tim Walz or Josh Shapiro.
I think Shapiro because of that mayor.
Of course, Shapiro had a quote from 1993 get unearthed where he talked about Palestinians weren't able to govern themselves because they like to battle.
But he apologized, Keith.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He said, I was 20 years old.
Okay.
So
he's sorry.
When does that matter to the left? Never. They don't accept your apology. Sorry. Unless you're a Democrat, of course, then everything's forgiven.
Yes.
It's all forgiven. We don't even...
It's all in the past.
How dare anybody bring that up? So pathetic. So hypocritical. Let me take a minute. We've been talking a little bit about the economy and how frustrating and tired of things, the stalling economy, the inflation, endless wars, relentless assault on our values. Thankfully, there are companies like Patriot Mobile that still believe in America and our Constitution. That's why we're really proud to partner with Patriot Mobile, because they're on the front lines fighting for the First and Second Amendments, the sanctity of life. Our military and first responders take a stand for conservative causes and put America first by switching to Patriot Mobile today. You'll get the same nationwide coverage as the big providers because Patriot Mobile operates across all three major networks, plus they back their service with a coverage guarantee. Their 100% U.S.-based customer service team will find you the best plan for your needs, and you can communicate with them because they're not in Bangladesh. They're not in Punjab, India. Hello, my name is Being Mike. No, it's probably not, but okay.
I've been to the Collins Center for Patriot Mobile. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Here.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, right now, you'll get a free month when you use the offer code PAT. Don't get fooled by other providers pretending to share your values or have the same coverage. They don't, and they can't. So join me. Make the switch to America's only Christian conservative mobile provider, Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT for your free month of service today.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
It's true. I am. And there was more from Nancy Pelosi. What an interview she had with what's-her-face. First of all, Joe Biden belongs on Mount Rushmore. Okay, please. Then they tried to pin her down on pushing Joe Biden out of office. Do you remember what happened there? She was being chased down the hallway of Congress by that reporter. And what do you think? Do you think he should retire? Do you think he should step aside? What do you think about Joe Biden? I think he needs to make that decision. He already did. He made that decision. Remember that whole discussion? He already made that decision. He said he's staying. He said he's not going anywhere. He needs to make that decision. She made it pretty clear that he hadn't made the right decision yet, so she was asked about it.
There have been reports that it was Nancy Pelosi who orchestrated a coordinated effort to squeeze President Biden to drop out.
Sure.
Please tell us what you told President Biden
Please tell
to
us.
persuade him
Tell us
to
now.
step aside.
Well, I've never shared any conversations with the President of the United States
Oh, please.
publicly. No.
Do you believe that? She's never shared one of her conversations with the President of the United States publicly.
Lie to me
Oh,
more.
come on now. That's a flat-out lie.
Said that he's furious at you. Is he?
Well, he knows that I love him.
Meaning, yes, he is furious with me. Can you believe her answer can't be no? Because obviously he's furious with her because she pushed him out.
Very much.
I understand that you don't want to own this. But it is so well reported that you were the leader of a pressure campaign.
No, I wasn't a leader of any precious party. Well, let me say things that I didn't.
I'm sorry, you weren't the leader of what? I wasn't the leader of any pressure campaign. What'd you just say, Nancy?
Can you stop chewing on the gum and talk?
It does sound like that, doesn't it? But no,
I
she
didn't
can't.
call one person.
She didn't call one.
I did not call one person.
She didn't have to. They came into her office, so she didn't use the telephone. She used the power of her office, and she told people, this guy's got to go. He can't win. He's going to go.
I could always say to him, I never called anybody. What I'm saying is I had confidence that the president would make the proper choice for our country, whatever
So
that
great.
would be. And
Whatever
I said
it would
that.
be.
Whatever
And I
that
said
is.
that. Yeah,
will
you
go
did say that.
Had you seen a decline?
Again, that is after he said he's staying. Right. Whatever he decides is fine. Yeah, we'll just go with that. But he did decide. Like I said, whatever he decides.
In Joe Biden?
Jeez.
And did you think
I love this.
he needed to step aside?
No.
No.
My whole point was
no. Mm-hmm.
Whatever he decides, but we have to have a more aggressive campaign.
Okay, so he could have stayed. He could have and just gotten more aggressive. Everybody in that building knows the guy is on a serious, steep decline. Nobody wants to admit it. Very few will tell you about it. Certainly not Nancy Pelosi because she's a lying sack. But they all know. And they've been trying to pull the wool over our eyes for 3.5, going on 4 years now, that this guy is perfectly fine. He's totally capable of performing his duties as president of the United States when they know the opposite is true. To the detriment of the nation, they've been supporting this guy because they're Democrats, because they put the party ahead of the country. It's despicable. Absolutely despicable. Meanwhile, news broke over the weekend about Kamala's husband, Doug Emhoff. Doug acknowledged on Saturday in a statement to CNN. I don't know why he's going back to this.
Because there was a report that came out and he had to address it.
Oh, okay. So it came out first. He didn't offer this.
Yeah, he wasn't just like, hey, real quick before y'all vote.
Yeah, I want to let you know I've had an affair. Darn it. Not on this particular chick, but the one before her. Yeah. So his first marriage, he had an affair because, the details of the relationship were published by a British tabloid. Anytime you want to read about America, you got to go to Great Britain to find out the truth because our press won't do anything with it. During my first marriage, he said, Kirsten and I went through some tough times on account of my actions. I took responsibility, and the years since, we worked through things as a family and have come out stronger on the other side.
Oh, that's good.
So it was actually good for the marriage.
See?
He had an affair that was actually for the best. It benefited everybody. The kids, the wife, everybody benefited by his affair. That's great. Statement comes after the Daily Mail reported that Emhoff had a relationship with one of his then young daughter's teachers, which resulted in the end of his first marriage. The relationship and the circumstances around it were known 4 years ago to Joe Biden's vetting committee, as Harris was herself going through the running mate process before being picked for the ticket. A person familiar with the conversations told CNN. The person also said that Emhoff told Harris about the affair before they got married. Apparently, the relationship had ended years before Emhoff started dating Harris. because she makes sure that if you're married, she won't have anything to do with you. Ask Willie Brown about that. He'll tell you.
Whoa.
Ask Willie Brown's wife about that. She'll tell you. Yeah, so that's good. The Daily Mail reported that the woman became pregnant and that, according to a close friend, she did not keep the child. Yet another reason there for a woman's right to choose.
Did we figure that out? I mean, does that mean she didn't keep the baby? Does that mean she gave it up to adoption or had an abortion? Have we gotten confirmation there was some ambiguity yesterday?
No confirmation, but
I'd be led to believe it was an abortion.
Yes, I agree with that statement too.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know for a fact.
No.
That's just speculation. After a lot of blowback, the Biden-Harris administration did a plea deal. They reached a plea deal with the alleged mastermind of the 9/11 attacks, and then what happened? Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said, no. How about that?
That's amazing.
That's great.
In fact, I think
good news.
I think he fired the person that arranged the agreement.
The deal?
I'm not mistaken.
Really? That's interesting, isn't it?
At least relieved him of that specific
Nobody gets fired in the Biden administration.
Right.
Very interesting.
You just shoot somebody in the head on the street.
That just shows
and
you.
you wouldn't get fired by the Biden administration.
Not a popular stance.
Yeah, bad stance. So this obviously involves Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the man accused of planning the attacks, Walid Mohammed Salah Mubarak bin Atash, the man with too many names. He just got stinking greedy. It's like, dude, okay, slow down. You don't need 6 names. Stop. Because he has 6. There are people who only have 1.
And that's not right.
That's not right. Madonna. Mm-hmm. Prince. I mean, there's several people.
Cher,
who couldn't afford another name because of this guy. He took them.
Times are tough. You need to share your name.
You do. You need to
and stuff.
You need to be more judicious with the amount of names that you attach to yourself. And Mustafa Ahmed Adam Al-Hawsawi.
All right.
Okay, there's another 5. Okay, you lose 2 of them at least.
Word
maybe even
economy,
3.
People. Come on.
So the memo was addressed to retired Brigadier General Susan Escalier, the convening authority for military commissions who oversaw the deal. Austin wrote he was withdrawing her authority. That's what he did.
Okay.
He withdrew her authority in the case and reserved such authority to myself.
Oh, no.
Okay?
Inshallah.
But who
Thank you,
told
John
Austin
Cornyn.
that? Inshallah, yes. But who told, I wonder, because as we know, Lloyd Austin doesn't tell anyone when he's got something big going on.
Yeah, that's for
sure. So I wonder who is it that told him, bruh, you got to do this for us.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks really bad.
I don't know. You think it was like somebody in the executive office?
I don't know who the president is now, so I can't answer that question, Pat.
Yeah, it was Barack Obama. Barack Obama said, Lloyd, don't let this happen. It doesn't look good for us.
He called
doesn't look good. Lloyd, doesn't look good. I don't want him punished with a plea deal. or a baby.
I mean, that's Kamala's nanny, too, right? Or, Doug's nanny.
Doug's nanny,
Doug's teacher's kid's teacher, whatever. Yeah,
right.
We didn't want her punished either.
I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old.
Okay.
I'm going to teach them, first of all, about values and morals.
Good, that's good.
But if they make a mistake,
then no consequences, right?
I don't want them punished with a baby.
With a baby?
I don't want them punished with
an STD.
An STD at the age of 16.
At the age of 16. Right. Okay, Barack, thank you. Good guy. Oh, man.
What is Democrats with nannies? Can they just chill? you got Biden and Jill. Now you got Doug and the girl. And then you got
RFK.
Yes.
We've got an RFK clip we got to play in overtime today.
And then you got Trudeau and the teacher. Like, what's all these progressives?
Yeah, I don't know. No morals?
What? No,
Wait, what?
Barack
Just
just
off
said.
off the
Obama
top of my
just
head,
said
I'm
to
just
you-
no morals.
He's going to teach him morals and
Right,
whatnot.
right. Leftist morals. Like, yeah, it's probably preferable if you don't get pregnant when you're 16. But if you do, don't worry about it. We'll just sweep it from your life. Don't worry about it. Because I don't want you punished with a baby. I don't want you punished with an STD at the age of 16. Okay, thank you.
No wonder Kamala and Doug made it past the vetting process, because that was Joe and Jill's story.
There you go.
You're right.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Oh, my gosh.
what I'm saying. What's with these people?
I know that she was the babysitter. Jill was.
The babysitters for the
Dr.
kids.
Jill, please, if you would.
I'm so sorry.
Have
I'm so
some
sorry.
respect
Our
for our
apologies.
First Lady. It is Dr. Jill Biden. Okay?
Wait, what is she up to now? I bet she's happy.
She's up to about 5'6", I
No,
think.
don't. I just wonder, like...
That's all she does. She stands tall around Joe and makes sure he can get off stage.
Hold on. I've been waiting for Kris to return. At some point this week, we have to talk about the conspiracy online that I'm sure you've seen, Kris, that is built around Joe Biden's height since he...
Yes, and the ear.
Oh, in the ear?
There's an ear,
Since
there's
he
a height.
announced
What's
he
the
was-
ear thing?
Oh, no.
They don't match. The loops are not
Oh, and
matching.
is he taller now than he
He's
was?
I think he's
taller now.
6'6" now.
He's
Something.
6'6".
That's what people are
happens,
saying.
right? When you get older, you get
Hey,
taller.
when did Joe Biden become 7'4"? When did that happen? That's interesting. It's great.
I'm just telling you.
All right, we'll see you again tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.